Rachel Bennett is from the Department of Industrial and Systems Engineering. The title of her work today is Reduce and Refine, Learning to Predict a Piece at a Time.
Every year, more than 3 million women in the United States become pregnant. For most, this is a relatively straightforward process. But some will go on to develop preeclampsia, a potentially life-threatening illness characterized by a rapid and unexpected increase in blood pressure. If it goes untreated, preeclampsia will progress to eclampsia, and the mother will start developing seizures, and the chance of death for her and her child will rise. Every year, upwards of 50,000 women worldwide die from preeclampsia and eclampsia. For those lucky enough to survive, they face health issues later in life, such as heart disease, stroke, and diabetes. And as for their children, about a quarter are born growth restricted, and a third are premature. Preeclampsia and eclampsia are incurable, but one of the best possible treatments is early administration of low-dose aspirin to those most at risk. There are no clear-cut indicators for preeclampsia, though. No one simple test to determine who might get it. What we do have is data. Historical data on mothers, what their pregnancies were like, and what symptoms they had. Machine learning models can be trained on this data to predict who's most likely to develop this disease. However, predicting preeclampsia is not easy, and standard models often struggle to differentiate the healthy women who make up the majority of the population from those that will go on to become sick. The differences between the two groups are often subtle and difficult to detect, especially early on when looking at the huge number of people. Models often become overwhelmed with the number of patients that they try to learn from. When a human learns something new, though, we don't start from the most complicated cases. We find a way to break the problem down into something simple and easy to understand, and then we practice on the more complex cases. This is a very intuitive way for a human to learn something, so why not apply it to machine learning as well? My research into multi-level neural networks uses exactly this kind of technique to predict preeclampsia. Instead of training on everybody all at once, we break the problem down by removing the more complex cases, focusing only on the simplest. We train a model on just these women, the mother whose blood pressure is already high, those who've had a difficult birth before, so that we can develop a strong foundation for our model. We can then scale back up by gradually adding in more difficult patients, mothers more on the boundary between those who might become sick and those who might not. By the time we get back to the full population, our model can quickly and accurately diagnose those women who would have otherwise flown under the radar. In doing this, I believe that my research has the potential to save the lives of many women, possibly even the life of you or someone you may know, so that we might bring those 50,000 deaths closer to zero.